Well, later tonight, we get you this India Today world exclusive. The man bang in the center of the Sushma Swaraj controversy breaks his silence for the first time on India Today. Lalit Modi's exclusive interview with Rajdeep Sardesai will play later tonight. We're going to give you the time when it is going to play. Do stay with us. That is an India Today world exclusive that we would be playing later. Let's get back to our top story in this bulletin at 7 p.m. Already embroiled in a massive controversy over Maggi, Nestle India is in big trouble after Weevils fungus was found in Cerelac baby food in Coimbatore. Sriram, a resident from Coimbatore, had bought Cerelac for his baby a few days ago. When he opened the pack, he discovered that it was infested with weevils and fungus. The Cerelac sample has now been sent for testing. With fungus, weevils being found in Cerelac, worms being found in Snicker bars. Does that make the consumer out there nervous, apprehensive, the kind of food that he is eating and feeding to his children? That's the question that we are posing to our viewers right here in India Today. Our caller lines are already open. Our first caller, Sandeep Mishra from Bhubaneswar, is with us. Go ahead, Sandeep.
Thank you, ma'am. I was not very shocked when I find that Maggi has some trouble because I was staying in US for 12 years, and believe me, the apples and all the fruits should look shiny, and they used to use wax and many other things. But as per the limitation prescribed by FDA. But it is very shocking that the Cerelac, which is meant for the babies, for the new generation, and that is having this type of problem, like having fungus and weevils, and I mean, this is absolutely shocking. But then whom we can trust? Can we have a Supreme Court ruling that what should be the standard and who should be?
No, there are standards already set. They are violated. Appreciate you joining us. Our next caller, Mr. Murthy, joins us from Warangal, Telangana. Go ahead, Mr. Murthy.
Madam, this is Dr. Murthy calling from Warangal. Like, my concern is usually all Cerelac or Snickers, usually they are going to get attacked at the grocery shops either by ants or rats also. So this is also one of the factors, like we are supposed to.
So Dr. Murthy, you're saying it could be very well just a storage issue.
Yeah, and because like usually this is the area where like usually the storage condition at grocery shops are not that much maintained compared to the like companies where it is manufactured. So that is the reason I can say that.
All right, appreciate you joining us there. The Food Authority of India is testing the samples that have been obtained from that Cerelac box, which was found infested with weevils and fungus. We're not passing judgment here. We are putting the story out there, and we are taking callers who are watching this special broadcast. And what do they think? The kind of reports that have come in the last couple of days, where right from chocolates to baby food, and of course the entire issue of Maggi, the kind of food that the people are eating in this country, does that make them apprehensive, nervous? The kind of food that they're giving to their children as well. Sham is our next caller. Go ahead, Sham.
Hi, good evening. I'm calling from Bangalore. I just want to know about MSG in ice creams. It has been found in all brand of ice creams. I would like you to intervene and go ahead to investigate the case in ice creams also.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Sham. We will look into it, and we will pose the questions that need to be asked there. Sham from Bangalore. Of course, there's been a lot of apprehensions that have come at the back of these news reports, and that is what was echoed by Sham from Bangalore, where he is even suspecting ice creams. There, our next caller is from Pune. Sandeep is on the phone line with us. Go ahead, Sandeep.
Yeah, hi. See, I have a daughter, and we basically give her chocolate. We had fed her Cerelac also. Now hearing and listening to all these things, it is really, it's really scary, So all the parents should think twice before giving them packaged food. And I think it's high time the government takes some action.
All right, Sham. we understand your apprehensions there, but we want to put this out there right now that the samples that have been found in Cerelac are still being investigated. This could also be a storage issue, but we want to put the story out there. There have been a number of reports where even chocolate bars like Snickers have been found infested with worms. Baby food right there on your television screen infested with weevils and fungus. We're going to keep taking your calls live right here on the network. We're going to keep cutting across to our viewers across India on this special broadcast. But once again, a quick programming note. This is a world exclusive. It will play on just later tonight. Rajdeep Sardesai, our consulting editor, in a special interview with the man now on the hot seat, Lalit Modi.
Thanks, Lalit, for making the time. Thank you for flying all the way out here. It's been a real pleasure to see you after so many years. And I can see that you're still got the unshaven look. I will be shaven by the time we go for the interview. And you're in holiday mode. I'm in holiday mode, yes. Oblivious to the controversy. Completely oblivious. Okay, so we're going to ask Lalit Modi all the big questions. That's coming up tonight. Don't miss it.
Well, you don't want to miss that world exclusive interview by India Today. We're going to be playing it out in a short while from now. You can catch the entire interview, the first to the India Today group there, the world exclusive. We'll be playing it out later in the evening. But let's get back to the story that we are tracking right now and taking callers live, our viewers out there. The question that we pose: with worms being found in chocolate bars, fungus, weevils being found in baby food, with the entire controversy where Maggi was concerned, does it make the consumer out there apprehensive? Does it make the parent out there nervous on what they might be feeding their little children, knowing that this is entirely safe, but not quite so with what we are witnessing right now? We are taking your calls live. We're going to give out a telephone number. You can call us if an incident like that has already occurred with you. You can tell us about it. The questions that you might have, you're going to try and address those. But a series of incidents have clearly unnerved the consumer out there. The latest one is on your television screen. This is a Snicker bar, and it has been found infested with worm. I want to cut across to my colleague Shrisha, who's been tracking details of this story very closely. You know, Shrisha, from Snicker bars being infested with worms and the latest baby food, Cerelac in question, which is produced once again by Nestle, which is bang in the middle of controversy when it comes down to Maggi. Baby food now also found infested with weevils and fungus.
Well, exactly, Preeti. That's quite shocking. In fact, you know, yes, of course, it was found in Maggi, but again, it is in the dock of controversy over the baby milk products. In fact, not this time, but even a couple of weeks ago, a live larvae was found in the baby milk product. So, which is not new, in fact, but it's quite shocking. What is more shocking is that the particular product that was purchased by this complainant, Sriram, who was talking to us, did tell us that the packet had 2016 as the expiry date. And even after putting an expiry date, you know, at least, yes, they were educated, they were able to see that about the expiry date and see the contents of this particular product. But what if they, you know, because everybody grows up, you know, having Cerelac, because there are a lot of people, even uneducated people, buy Cerelac and give it to their children, even in those families. But you know, what is the kind of message that they are sending across? It's you know, this is alarming. It's quite. Right. Shocking all the viewers, in fact.
But you know, Shrisha, it could very well right now, you know, we don't want to sound alarmist there. We don't want to put out something just, you know, to sound controversial, because the sample is still being investigated. It could very well just tantamount to nothing but bad storage.
Exactly, but Preeti, if I can bring this to you, because you know that this is what we did. In fact, when the live larvae was found, and when the samples were sent for testing, you know the samples were tested positive. So if that sample was tested positive, and even that is the kind of apprehension that people have here. So because this is not new, is what that we have been saying. We're not trying to put out an alarming message or alarming signal, but this has happened, and the food security officer has taken this into consideration. And even in the last previous case, they are in the process of filing a charge sheet. So yes, these are the things that we are trying to put across. Right. But again, one has to be very careful when buying these food products.
Right. You know, Shrisha, do stay with me, because we're going to cut across to Harish. And the reason we are going to Harish, he's on the phone line with us. Harish is one such consumer out there. You can see that visual where he's holding that Snicker bars. It's infested with worms. He's on the phone line with us. Harish, go ahead. A horrific experience. You unwrap a chocolate bar and all you find is a bar infested with worms.
Yeah, sure, madam. 2 days before, just my brother was asked me to give me just we went to purchase this some books like in a bookstore, and my brother was purchased one chocolate from there with the sneaker name of the chocolate. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. In that time, I opened the chocolate. In that, I saw that what and all is now coming, and you are showing the, how is that? Hello?
Yes, go ahead. All right, appreciate you joining us. We're going to keep coming back to you for more on that. And these are the visuals which Harish sent us there, that Snicker bar infested with worms. We're going to keep taking your call lines right here in the bulletin, but let me quickly get you up to speed.